Welcome to Story Planet, where every tale is a journey and every moment is filled with warmth. Tonight, we invite you to step into the peaceful world of Frostholm, where the magical polar night reveals the beauty and serenity that lies within the darkness. Get cozy, relax, and let this story bring you calm and comfort as we explore the captivating beauty of this unique season together. The Polar Night of Frostholm. Far to the north, where the land meets the sky, and the sea freezes into solid sheets of ice, there exists a place called Frostholm. Here the winters are long, and the nights are even longer. For a few precious months each year, the sun graces the land with its light, casting golden hues over snow-capped mountains and icy fjords. But as autumn deepens, the sun begins its slow retreat, and the people of Frostholm prepare for the most magical time of all, the polar night. The last day of light. It was early November, and the sun hung low in the sky, barely rising above the horizon. The people of Frostholm had gathered on the shores of the great fjord to witness the last sunset before the polar night began. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of pine and the distant echo of seabirds calling out across the icy waters. Children, bundled in furs, played in the snow while the adults stood quietly, their faces turned toward the fading light. As the sun dipped lower, the sky was painted in shades of orange, pink, and violet, a final burst of color before the darkness would take hold. The people watched in reverent silence as the sun disappeared behind the mountains, leaving only a soft glow on the horizon. The polar night had officially begun. For the next 3 months, Frostholm would be enveloped in darkness, with only the moon, stars, and the ethereal glow of the northern lights to illuminate the landscape. But the people of Frostholm did not dread the darkness. Instead, they embraced it, for the polar night was a time of reflection, celebration, and deep connection with one another. The land of Frostholm. Frostholm is a land of striking beauty, where towering mountains rise above frozen fjords, and dense forests of evergreens stretch as far as the eye can see. The landscape is rugged and wild, shaped by centuries of wind, snow, and ice. During the polar night, the land is covered in a thick blanket of snow, which sparkles under the light of the moon and the shimmering auroras. The people of Frostholm have lived in harmony with this harsh yet beautiful environment for generations. Their villages are built from sturdy timber, with roofs steeped in snow to keep out the cold. Smoke rises from chimneys, curling into the night sky, as families gather around their hearths to share warmth, food, and stories. The culture of Frostholm is deeply rooted in tradition. The people are known for their strength, hospitality, and deep connection to nature. They value community and family above all else, and during the polar night, these bonds are strengthened even further. The people and their traditions. As the polar night settles in, the people of Frostholm turn to their time-honored traditions to guide them through the darkness. Each evening, as the sky darkens, families light candles and lanterns to create a warm, inviting glow within their homes. These lights are a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times there is always light to be found. The people of Frostholm are also skilled craftsmen, known for their intricate wood carvings, hand-woven textiles, and beautifully crafted jewelry. During the polar night, these skills are passed down from one generation to the next, as families gather around their hearths to create and share stories. The delights of the polar night. The polar night is a time for indulgence, and the people of Frostholm take great pride in their culinary traditions. With the land covered in snow and the seas frozen over, they rely on preserved foods and hearty dishes to sustain them through the winter months. One of the most beloved dishes is björnbärsgryta, a rich stew made from reindeer meat, root vegetables, and cloudberries. The stew is slow cooked over the fire, filling the air with a savory aroma that draws the family together. Freshly baked bread, dense and crusty, is served alongside the stew, perfect for sopping up the flavorful broth. During the polar night, sweets are also a staple. Families bake solkakor, golden pastries filled with honey and spiced with cardamom, a reminder of the sun that will eventually return. Hot drinks are essential, with mugs of mulled wine, spiced cider, and creamy hot chocolate warming cold hands and hearts alike. The people of Frostholm know that food is more than just sustenance. It is a way to connect with one another, to share joy, and to celebrate the blessings of life, even in the depths of winter. The Northern Lights. One of the most breathtaking aspects of the polar night is the presence of the Northern Lights, known in Frostholm as Aurora Song, or the Song of the Auroras. On clear nights, the sky comes alive with ribbons of green, blue, and violet light, swirling and dancing in a mesmerizing display. The people of Frostholm believe that the auroras are the spirits of their ancestors, watching over them and guiding them through the darkness. It is said that if you listen closely, you can hear the whispers of the past carried on the wind, a song of love, wisdom, and protection. On particularly vibrant nights, families will bundle up and venture outside to watch the auroras together. They gather on hilltops or along the shores of the fjord, where the reflection of the lights shimmers on the ice. These moments are filled with awe and wonder, a reminder of the beauty that exists even in the darkest of times. The holidays and Christmas celebrations. As December approaches, the village of Frostholm begins preparing for one of the most cherished holidays of the year, Christmas. Though the sun does not rise, the spirit of the season shines brightly in every home and heart. In the weeks leading up to Christmas, the village is transformed into a winter wonderland. Evergreen boughs, adorned with berries and ribbons, are hung on doors and windows, filling the air with the fresh scent of pine. The town square is decorated with twinkling lights and a towering Christmas tree, its branches heavy with handmade ornaments. On Christmas Eve, the village gathers for a special midnight service in the old stone church. The church is filled with candlelight, casting a warm glow on the faces of those in attendance. Hymns are sung, and the story of Christmas is retold, reminding everyone of the deeper meaning of the season: love, hope, and the light that shines within us all. After the service, families return home to share a festive meal. The table is laden with roasted meats, smoked fish, pickled vegetables, and an array of sweets. But the centerpiece of the meal is always the julkaka, a spiced fruit cake that is baked with a single almond hidden inside. Whoever finds the almond is said to receive a blessing of good fortune in the coming year. As the night deepens, the children hang their stockings by the fire, eagerly awaiting the arrival of Snowfar, the Snow Father, who brings gifts to the good children of Frostholm. The elders share stories of Christmases past, their voices soft and comforting, as the younger ones drift off to sleep. Life in the Polar Night. Though the polar night is a time of rest and reflection, life in Frostholm does not come to a standstill. The people continue their daily activities, albeit at a slower, more deliberate pace. Travel during the polar night is limited, as the snow-covered roads and frozen seas make it difficult to journey far. However, the people of Frostholm are resourceful, using sleds and skis to move through the landscape. Horses, well adapted to the cold, are often used to pull sleighs laden with goods and travelers. Fishing, a vital part of life in Frostholm, does not cease during the polar night. The villagers cut holes in the thick ice of the fjord and drop their lines into the frigid waters below. The catch is smaller in winter, but the fish are rich and flavorful, providing a much-needed source of protein. In the evenings, the village gathers in the communal hall for storytelling and music. The elders share tales of old, of legendary heroes, mythical creatures, and the history of Frostholm. The younger generations listen with rapt attention, their imaginations stirred by the vivid descriptions. Music fills the hall as fiddles, flutes, and drums play lively tunes, and the people dance, their laughter echoing through the night. The Lessons of the Polar Night. Over the centuries, the people of Frostholm have learned to embrace the polar night, not just as a season of darkness, but as a time of deep reflection and growth. The challenges of enduring months without sunlight have taught them endurance, patience, and the importance of community. They have learned that even the longest night has its end, and that within the darkness there is beauty to be found. The polar night has also taught the people of Frostholm to appreciate the small joys of life: the warmth of a fire, the taste of a hearty meal, the comfort of a loved one's embrace. They understand that happiness is not found in grand gestures or material wealth, but in the simple pleasures that come from being together, sharing stories, and supporting one another through life's trials. The people of Frostholm take pride in their home, knowing that it is a place unlike any other in the world. The polar night has shaped their culture, their traditions, and their way of life, making them a people of strength, wisdom, and deep contentment. The Return of the Sun. As the polar night nears its end, a subtle change begins to take place. The sky, once an unbroken canvas of deep indigo, begins to lighten ever so slightly in the south. The stars seem to shine a little brighter, and the air feels charged with anticipation. On the day the sun is expected to return, the entire village gathers once more on the shores of the fjord, just as they did on the last day of light. This time, however, there is no sadness, only joy and excitement. The people stand in silence, their eyes fixed on the horizon, waiting for the first glimpse of the sun. And then it happens. A thin sliver of golden light appears, breaking through the darkness. The sun rises slowly, casting its warm glow over the snow-covered landscape. The sky is painted in hues of pink and orange, and the village erupts in cheers. The polar night is over, and the sun has returned. The people of Frostholm embrace one another, their hearts filled with gratitude and hope. The sun's light, though weak at first, grows stronger with each passing day, melting the snow and ice and bringing new life to the land. The return of the sun is a time of renewal, a reminder that after even the darkest of nights, the light will always come again. A place of peace. For the people of Frostholm, the polar night is more than just a season. It is a cherished part of their identity. It is a time of quiet reflection, deep connection, and a celebration of the beauty that lies within the darkness. The lessons learned during the polar night stay with them throughout the year, guiding them through life's challenges with grace and strength. In many ways, the story of Frostholm is a reflection of the lives we all lead, no matter where we are in the world. Everyone faces challenges, whether they come in the form of long nights, difficult times, or uncertain paths. Yet, just as the people of Frostholm have learned to embrace the darkness and find light within it, so too can we all learn to face our own challenges with courage and calm. After all, challenges come only to those who can handle and resolve them. Just as there is no lock without a key in this world, there is no challenge without a solution. Let's all handle them as we can, with the knowledge that we are capable of overcoming what life brings our way. The light will always return, and with it, the promise of a new beginning. May this story bring you peace, comfort, and a sense of connection to all those who, like you, are navigating their own journeys. Thank you for joining us on this tranquil journey through Frostholm. We hope this story has brought you a sense of peace and a reminder that every challenge has a key, and light always follows the dark. If you liked your time in Frostholm, you may consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until our next adventure, may you find comfort in every story and strength in every journey.